Although Dune has established Denis Villeneuve as one of the best large-scale directors of his generation, Sicario 3 would be the perfect movie for the director to return to after completing Dune, Part 2. Although nothing is set in stone, Sicario 3 is in development, which would be even more exciting news if Villeneuve returned to the franchise given his masterful direction of Sicario. Although Sicario star Emily Blunt is doubtful of Sicario 3 actually happening, it provides a unique opportunity to also see the leading lady return to a smaller-scale movie should it come to fruition. Although Sicario and Dune couldn't be any further apart, Villeneuve's distinct handling of color, atmosphere, and tension are in full effect in both movies, which speaks volumes to the effectiveness of his vision. Although Villeneuve's Dune 3 plans could complicate a Sicario 3 return, his willingness to rejoin the franchise if Taylor Sheridan writes Sicario 3 bodes well for the possibility. Sheridan's intimate understanding of crime combined with Villeneuve's slow-burn sensibilities have already worked once before, so if Sicario 3, also known as Sicario, Capos does indeed see Sheridan return, it would be the perfect way to bring Villeneuve back as well. Sicario 3 would be ideal for Denis Villeneuve after upcoming epic movies. Sicario 3 could be a nice return to form considering his earlier work consists of acclaimed crime thrillers. Austin Butler smiling as Phaedrotha in Dune, Part 2. Sicario 3 would be the perfect project for Villeneuve to return to because the strength of his direction is largely responsible for the first entry in the franchise's success. Although Villeneuve's work on Dune has proven the filmmaker's range, and Dune, Part 2 looks to be an exciting continuation of his interpretation of the 1965 science fiction novel, Villeneuve returning to the smaller-scale movie could be an interesting return to form. When one also considers that Villeneuve started his career with tenser, more focused movies, it isn't too great a stretch to see him go back to that style of filmmaking. Another element that makes Villeneuve's possible return to the Sicario franchise exciting is that it would see him reunite with Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin, itself one of the crucial factors to Sicario's success. As seen with Villeneuve's previous films before Sicario, Prisoners and Enemy, Villeneuve can bring a grandiose feeling to movies that are otherwise limited by their smaller budgets and less accessible themes. Seeing Villeneuve return to Sicario 3 after Dune's success would also be a great way to rectify the mistakes of Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Why Sicario 3 needs Denis Villeneuve to direct it? Villeneuve's absence largely contributed to Sicario, Day of the Soldado's failure. Josh Brolin as Matt Graver in Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Although Sicario, Day of the Soldado performed well at the box office and saw the return of Sheridan, Del Toro, and Brolin, it ultimately remains a lackluster addition to the franchise as Villeneuve and Blunt were both absent from the film. Stefano Sollaima's direction saw Sicario, Day of the Soldado feature more violence and tense action scenes, but those two factors ironically contributed to the film feeling far too dissimilar from the more grounded and realistic Sicario. As such, audiences were treated to a film that vaguely felt like it belonged in the same world as Sicario. Sicario 3 needs Villeneuve back in the director's chair because he would bring his specific vision and sensibilities to the film, which should make it feel more like the cohesive sequel that Sicario, Day of the Soldado failed to be. Villeneuve demonstrated in Sicario that he and Sheridan's approach to the crime thriller genre works incredibly well, as they aren't afraid to adhere to a slower and more measured approach to action than relying exclusively on shootouts and explosions. With Dune, Part 2 slated for a March 1, 2024 release, there is hope that Villeneuve could direct Sicario 3. Will Sicario 3 actually happen, with or without Denis Villeneuve? Villeneuve has expressed interest so long as Taylor Sheridan writes the script. Although there isn't any confirmation regarding Villeneuve directing Sicario 3, it is possible, given filming for Dune, Part 2 has already wrapped, itself the most recent big-budget project on the filmmaker's itinerary. However, Villeneuve is also linked to possibly directing a movie about Cleopatra, and if the rumors prove to be true, that has the potential to take him out of the running as Sicario 3's director. However, Villeneuve's willingness to return to the franchise if Sheridan can pen the third movie script provides a bit of hope given their successful previous collaboration. If Sicario 3 happens, it needs Villeneuve as the director to reinvigorate the franchise. Sicario is ultimately a series that examines the rampant corruption in the American and Mexican governments, which contributes to a number of both nations' most notorious criminals acting with near autonomy. As seen in Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049 and Dune, he has demonstrated time and again the ability to make audiences connect with stories centered around complex people and situations. Sicario 3 is exciting, but it needs Villeneuve's vision once again.